All right, for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Generation 1 Brawn, another one of our Season 1 mini bots here. And yeah, I quite like Brawn. He's a fun little figure. He's not without issue, especially this particular copy. But I'd say in terms of just like looks alone, I feel like in terms of the toy designs, I feel like Brawn is maybe my favorite of the six of them. I mean, I don't know. I like Bumblebee. It's hard to get past Bumblebee, but and it always felt like, oh, Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper and then Bumper and all of them are a little bit different, being, like the micro change ones where these guys were allegedly actually made for Mysterions and then maybe brought over to micro change before they weren't, and then brought over to G1. But, out of Brawn, Huffer, Gears, and Windcharger, I feel like the G1 toy, I like the look of Brawn the best here. But yeah, he's got a cute little Jeep mode here. It rolls pretty nicely. He's got those nice, clicky wheels just because of the, the treads on them there. He's got the spare tire on the top here, which you can't remove. It is screwed into place and it like holds the whole thing together. But yeah, no, cute little Jeep mode. I do find on this side, like this one, it wants to like eject itself a lot and it doesn't always want to like stay tabbed in properly. Like it's kind of hard to like get it so it doesn't have like a little bit of a gap there. Granted, originally I had a different version of G1 Brawn that I got off eBay without realizing that it was missing an arm. So I more recently got a new one and then kind of like cannibalized both of them to make the best one. So there's a few issues that my Brawn has that are not really inherent to the toys, just like slightly different copies of the figure, not totally meshing together. But like this one had a better looking like body section here, and the other one had the functional arms, so I had to kind of use parts of one and parts of the other. But either way, he's a fun little toy. In terms of comparisons in this mode, just for the standard one, here he is with Kingdom Sideswipe there. Here he is with Studio Series Brawn, so you can see the most updated version of him. I feel like this guy is a really nice little update to Brawn. Definitely captures that nice like boxiness of the G1 car mode there. And then here he is with our other Season 1 mini bots so far. Again, just missing Huffer and Cliff Jumper, but yeah, no, they're a fun little bunch. In terms of transformation, he's got a couple neat things going on. First thing you want to do is just untab these sections, which will rotate around to be the legs. They do slide up, but you want to keep them out like this right for now so that you have the clearance to take these door panels and pull them. And because these are so loose, it's a little bit annoying to get the door panels out because you want to just like hold the door. But then if you drop this, then this little like tab goes in front of it and it's just annoying. This is like the main thing that, it is a problem with my figure because I use multiple parts from different toys, is that these ended up becoming like really tight, these little sliders. So they kind of have to, you have to wiggle them back and forth a little bit. Again, I didn't really have this issue with either of the two kind of broken copies of Brawn that I had. But yeah, for whatever reason, it's just, I did take this guy apart and there are like some slight differences between this and the other version of it that I had. So I'm guessing the parts just like don't totally mesh together in terms of like the micrometers or whatever, but micrometers, micrometers, whatever you're supposed to call them. But yeah, just pull the arms out and then you kind of rotate them around. The arms really have to rotate around this way because they otherwise can't get past the legs. And you can do whatever you want with the door panels, like keep them up or down. I usually just kind of like keep them folded how they were, just extend it out. This arms, there we go. Finally got it. Okay. There we go. And then you can just compress the legs so they kind of lock into place there. And there we have G1 Brawn in his robot mode. And yeah, I like his robot mode. It's very a goofy, kind of like awkward 80s robot. I love his stupid little hook hands that he's holding perpetually forward. It's just a fun little design here. There's not a whole lot to speak of in terms of articulation, as you might imagine. The arms here can kind of rotate up and down. And then if you extend the legs down, they can rotate forward. I guess, no, they can as well, even if you have them extended up. And again, these sliders are a little bit loose, so I like pick them up and he's like flailing around, and then you kind of have to plant him back on the ground. But yeah, not really a whole lot of articulation to speak of. But yeah, in terms of comparisons in this mode, here he is again with Sideswipe and Studio Series Brawn, just so you can see what he looks like with the two of them there. Obviously a lot smaller, but it's kind of fun to see the vibes between him and Studio Series Brawn, the very 80s robot toy boxy one, and then the, you know, more humanoid looking cartoon design. I feel like they look pretty cute together. And then of course here he is again with the other season 1 mini bots, just so you can see what the 4 of them so far look like together. And yeah, like I said, I feel like in terms of robot mode aesthetics, he's just like the most iconic kind of like 80s robot kind of vibe to him. The other ones are all kind of like specifically themselves, but this guy just gives off like general 80s robot vibes, which I appreciate. But yeah, no, they're all fun in their own right. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to him. Not a whole lot to this figure. I don't have Outback to show him off with, unfortunately. That's one of the mini bots that I have not gotten my hands on yet. But you know, it's on the list. It'll get there eventually with just, you know, taking our time with these mini bots. But yeah, no, fun little figure. Not a whole lot else to say about him. But yeah, if you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here we have Transformers Generation 1 Mini Bot Brawn. If I can get them together here. Come on. All right, there we go. Cool toy.